Hey yogis, it's Helen. Welcome to my yoga YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel for more free yoga content. Today we're going to do an all levels hamstring vinyasa flow. So we're really going to work on opening up our hamstrings, and it's appropriate for all levels. I'll offer you modifications, explain how to get into postures. I'll also offer opportunities for advancement if you have a more advanced practice. For this class, you are going to need 2 blocks. Please have 2 blocks. If you absolutely don't have 2 blocks, I get it, you're a rebel. Get a towel, like a beach towel or a blanket, and you're gonna fold it up. It's not as good as the blocks though. And then you're going to need a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, no big deal. Use a belt, a tie, the tie from a belt, from a robe. Just get creative. Whatever's gonna work. And okay, grab some water, let's get started. Okay, we'll get started on our backs in Shavasana. Corpse pose, so legs are straight out, feet fall open, palms face the sky. Close your eyes. We close our eyes to tune out those visual distractions. We're so overstimulated all day, looking at screens, numbers, whatever it is. We tune that out so we can go inwards and pay attention to ourselves and what's going on with us today. Starting to slow down the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Let's make our inhales and exhales even. So inhaling through the nose for 5 counts and exhaling through the nose for 5 counts. Trying to make the breath last the entire 5 count for each. So you're really slowing down and taking these intentional conscious breaths. Taking one more round of the counting breaths. And then letting go of the counting and just coming back to a comfortable, natural breath in and out through the nose. Trying to keep it here for your entire yoga practice today. And then take a moment to set an intention for your yoga practice. Why are you here? What do you need? We'll revisit this intention throughout the practice, and maybe you'll come back to it later during your day. Together, let's inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs all the way. Open up your mouth, sigh it out. Again, inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Gently open up the eyes. Grab your yoga strap, which is hopefully closer than mine. Bend both legs, plant the feet to the floor. You'll take your strap and wrap it around the bottom of your right foot. Straighten your right leg up to the sky. So try to keep the leg super straight and straighten your left leg down to the floor. So we're taking a hamstring stretch here. Obviously, it is not going to be the deepest hamstring stretch you've ever taken. We are not warm. I like to double wrap the strap here. So wrapping it another time around my hands. That way I can just let the hands hang and I don't have to do much. So lazy yoga tricks 101 over here. I am always good for lazy tricks. Keep pressing through your left heel, the leg on the floor, like you're pressing it against an imaginary wall. Head, neck, and shoulders stay relaxing into the floor. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then place both of the straps into your right hand. Left hand comes to your left hip point. To keep it grounded, open the right leg out to the right side. It's going to be different for everybody. Your range of motion here. The left hip, the left glute is going to want to raise off the floor. Try not to let it. You keep pressing down through your left hand to keep the left glute grounded. And you're continuing to press through your left heel. We'll take 1 more breath. And then bring the leg back to center. Put both straps into the left hand, right arm out into a T. Start to cross the right leg over the body. Turn your head to the right. So big IT band stretch. The goal is not to get the foot to the floor. It's almost that you want to be pulling on the strap, so you're pulling your right toes towards your face a little bit, and that's going to deepen the stretch. So IT band stretches, for me anyway, are super duper intense. A little goes a long way, and I find them very uncomfortable. So if you're struggling with that, just know you're not alone, and we'll take a few breaths here. Bring the leg back up to center. Remove the strap. Bend your right leg, plant the foot to the floor, and wrap your strap around the left foot. Straighten the left leg up to the sky, straighten your right leg down to the floor. Option for that lazy trick, double wrap, to just let the hands hang in the strap. Press your right heel away, and again breathing in and out through the nose. Notice the difference between sides. Maybe this side's a little bit tighter today, maybe it's a little bit more open. Just observe your body. This is the place that we live, and sometimes we don't even know very much about it. So yoga gives us that opportunity to self-study, figure out who we are inside and outside. Taking just a few more breaths here. Both straps go into the left hand, right hand to the front of the right hip, open the left leg. To the left side, maybe you'll have a couple cracks. Keep grounding your right glute down by pressing through your right hand. Right heel stays actively pressing away from you. Leg comes back up to center, straps into the right hand, left arm out to a T. Begin to cross the left leg over the body, turning your head to the right. Again, trying to pull on the strap so that the toes are coming a little bit more towards your face rather than trying to get them to the floor. I know this is a tough one, so to use your breath to just find some ease during this discomfort. And bring the leg back to center, remove the strap, put it to the side. We may use it later. Bend both knees into your chest, give yourself a hug, rock a little side to side. And then hold on to the backs of the legs and start to rock a little forward and back, up and down the length of your spine. Get some momentum, and you'll rock yourself all the way up, and we'll come forward to table pose. So fingers are spreading as wide as you can get them, wrists under shoulders, knees hip width apart. We'll begin with some rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, dropping the belly, arching the back, lifting the heart, gazing up. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest, press the floor away. Inhale, dropping the belly, arching the back, lifting the heart. This is cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, press the floor away. This is cat pose. Close your eyes if that feels good for you, and continue this nice and slow at your own breath. And then let's find a nice neutral spine. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale, thread the needle. Sweep the right arm under and through. Right palm faces the sky, right temple to the floor. Maybe you'll curl your left hands forward towards the front of your mat. So we're taking a nice shoulder stretch here. You're really trying to tuck the shoulder under here, underneath you so much that you feel a stretch in your deltoid. Maybe you'll, one day, the floor will start to be, the back of your skull will start to be on the floor and you'll gaze under your left armpit. We're going to be here for a little. Second option is to take your left arm, wrap it around your low back, and hook the fingers to the inner right thigh to help you open up the left shoulder even more. That's an option. Second option is if you want to play around with balance. You'll step your left toes back, keep your hips closed, maybe lift the left leg. So this is pretty tough. The weight comes forward towards your shoulder and even your head, but keep your hips closed. If you fall out, just come back in. I've fallen in this posture so many times. For some reason, this one has killed me. It's very much eluded me. And then one day someone was like, keep the hips closed. And I was like, oh my God, duh. And it helped a lot more. We'll come out of it wherever you are. Plant your left hand next to your face. Inhale, sweep the right arm back up to the sky. And exhale, set it back down in your table pose. Other side, inhale, left arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, sweep it under and through. Left palm faces the ceiling, left temple to the floor, maybe crawling your right fingers forward. And again, maybe placing the back of your skull more towards the floor and gazing under your right armpit. Staying just like this, our option for the bind. Option for your balance challenge, lifting the right knee, and maybe keeping the hips closed and lifting the right leg. Again, I struggle with this, especially on this side for some reason. We'll take 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then come down. Plant your right hand next to your face. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, place it back down. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. So that upside down V, fingers spread wide. Let's just measure out our dog. So inhale, come forward to plank, top of a push-up. Now notice if you had to move your hands or feet, keep them where they are in your high plank, and exhale, bring your hips up and back. This is your down dog. Might feel very awkward, but over time it gets better. We'll pedal out the feet, bend your right leg, press your left heel towards the floor, and then switch, bending your left leg, pressing the right heel towards the floor, maybe switching back and forth here a few times, or taking any movement that you need to get comfortable in this first downward facing dog. And then let's find some stillness. Gaze can be towards your ankles, knees, or even belly if that feels good, but just keep pressing the floor away, lifting the hips high. Slowly walk your feet to your hands, to the front of the mat. Put a little bend in the legs. Grab hold of opposite elbows, let go of the head. Sway a little side to side. Release your elbows, keep the knees soft, and roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way to standing. So mountain pose, feet are together or close together, rooting down through your feet, lifting through the crown of the head. Let's inhale and reach our arms up, interlace your fingers, press the palms up to the sky. Exhale, lean over to the right. Let's just take a few breaths here. Breathing into your left side, feeling the muscles in between your ribs, the intercostal muscles, stretching. Come back to center as you inhale. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Maybe take a little bit of a back bend. You can even bend your arms and bring your hands behind your head, opening up your heart here. Let's exhale, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, release the head. Inhale, flat back, so hands to shins, quads, or fingertips to floor, but straight spine. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Shake it back there if you need to. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. Plant your left hand to the mat or a block and reach your right arm up to the sky. Gazing towards your right fingers, lifting the left knee away from the floor. Breathing. Keep your back quad active. And then plant your right hand inside of the right foot to the mat or a block. Drop your left heel down. So it's like a warrior two stance, right heel in line with left arch. Reach your left arm up to the sky. So we're coming into a side angle pose variation, but with the hand inside of the foot. So again, if the floor feels really far away, use your block. If it feels good, you can reach your bicep over the ear, but try not to roll forward when you do this. You want to continue to open almost the heart towards the sky. I like to have my hand inside and press the leg to arm and arm to leg. It kind of helps me to spin a little bit more. Plant your hands to the floor. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Shake it back if you need to. Right hand plants, so make sure knee is over ankle. Right hand plants to mat or block. Reach your left arm to the sky. Reaching through your left fingers, gazing towards the left fingers. Active right quad by not sinking into the knee. So actively lifting the right kneecap away from the floor. Side angle variation, left hand inside of the left foot on the mat or block. Pivot your right heel down, reach your right arm up to the sky. Rooting down so much through the outer edge of your right foot. Left hand is on mat or block, squeezing arm to leg, leg to arm, maybe reaching the right arm over the sky with the palm facing the floor. Spinning your heart towards the sky. One more breath. And then hands frame the left foot. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swan dive up. Reach all the way around and up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Arms by your side in your mountain pose. We'll start with two sun salutation A's. If you don't know what that is, watch my Breaking Down Sun A and Chaturanga video. So starting in mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, Chaturanga, yoga push-up. Elbows squeeze in, you lower halfway or all the way. Point your toes, inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Press down through the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high. Pressing down through the hands so much that it's almost like you're lifting up and out of the wrists. the end of an exhale, high on the toes, gaze forward with the hands, step, hop, or walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms around and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Back to mountain pose. Inhale, arms around and up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale through your vinyasa. Lower your knees in chaturanga if you need to. Elbows stay squeezing in. Point your toes, inhale to your back bend. Exhale to your down dog. 3 breaths. Raise your right leg in the air, 3-legged dog. Let's just take a few breaths here. So maybe you want to open up the hip, bend the knee, make some circles with the knee or ankle. Just take some time to explore, to wake up your hip. And then square off the hip, straighten the leg, reach back through the right heel, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, reach the leg back. Exhale, step it through all the way. Lower your left knee down, point your toes. Right knee is over ankle. Inhale, reach your arms up to a low lunge. Low crescent, Anjaneyasana. Pressing down through the top of your left foot. Maybe sinking a little bit into your left hip to open up the psoas in the left thigh. Let's take a deep breath in. As you exhale, pull the arms down to cactus. Open up your heart, maybe gaze up. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, pull it back down. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Reach your arms back up. And then plant your hands to the mat or blocks. Start to straighten your right leg for a half split. So again, blocks are to bring the floor closer to you. It can be really difficult to get your hands all the way down here because our hamstrings hold a lot of tension. So if it's easier, hands on blocks, press down through your right heel, draw your right hip back and breathe. You're getting deep stretch into the back of your right leg. Taking one more breath here. And then what I want you to do is start to bring the hips low. Move the left foot over, roll the calf out of the way, and sit down. So it's half thunderbolt right here. So you're not sitting on your heel is outside of your left glute. From here, bring your right leg up. You can bend the knee if you need to, or you can grab the outside of the right foot. You also have the strap available if you need. Reach back with your right arm and turn and gaze towards the right fingers. So it's a sitting down, dancing Shiva pose. Another IT band stretch. One more breath. Set the right foot back down. Let's crawl it forward back to low lunge. Arms come up. Palms together at your heart. We'll take a twist. Left elbow outside of right leg. Press your palms together, elbows wide. Keep pressing down through the top of your left foot. And try not to collapse the torso onto the thigh. We're really keeping a strong torso. We're just using the thigh to help us twist. Arms come back up, low lunge. Plant your hands, inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Raise your left leg in the air. Take some time, so maybe open up the hip, bend the knee, make circles or any movements that help you to wake up the hip. Make sure you're pressing down evenly through both hands. And then straighten out the leg, square off the hips, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, shift shoulders over wrists. Inhale, reach the leg high. Exhale, step it through. Knee over ankle, right knee lowers, point your toes. Low lunge, arms sweep up. So you want to hug everything towards the center point on your mat. That's going to give you stability, because all of these postures do require some core and some activation through the muscles. You always want to feel like you're hugging muscle to bone. We're not just limply hanging here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, cactus, open up your heart. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Arms reach back up. Hands frame the left foot on mat or block. Straighten your left leg, half splits. Press down through your left heel, draw your left hip back. So again, deep stretch in the back of the left leg. This can be uncomfortable, so try not to hold your breath. Try not to clench the jaw. We'll sit it back. So foot outside of the glute, maybe roll your cap out of the way. Lift your left leg up, use a strap, bend the knee, or grab outside of your right foot. Left arm reaches back. Gaze towards your left fingers. Sit tall here. And then come out of that, left foot comes back down, you crawl forward back to that low lunge, arms come up. Palms together, take a twist, right elbow hooks outside of left leg, press your palms together, elbows wide. Breathing. Bring your arms back up, low lunge. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Crawl your hands to the back of the mat. Bring your feet together. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your legs, inhale, come up to chair pose. So sitting the hips low, length through your low back. So trying not to arch or really round, just find a neutral spine. Make sure you can see the tips of your toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Walk it back out to downward facing dog. So that may mean opening your feet back up, hip width apart. Right leg raises in the air, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, reach the leg back. Exhale, forward. One more time, inhale, reach it back. Exhale. This time, step it all the way between your hands. Drop your left heel down, so it's a 45-degree angle, and inhale up, warrior one. I have a tutorial on warrior one if you need it. So the back toes are almost pointing towards the left corner of your mat as you draw your left hip forward. If you had headlights on the hips, they'd both be pointing forward. Bend into your right leg. Interlace your hands behind your back. If you can't interlace, you'll use your strap. Inhale, open up the heart, drag the knuckles down the back thigh. Exhale, fold, humble warrior. You'll fold inside of the knee, so you might have to straighten the leg to get the knee inside, but just do your best. Keep pressing down through the left heel. And all the way back up to warrior one. From here, we're coming to pyramid pose. So hands come to mat or blocks. Hop the back foot in enough for both heels to be down, both toes are pointing forward. Draw your right hip back and fold over the leg. So another hamstring stretch. We're doing lots of hamstrings today. Find your breath. Most people can't reach the floor, so use your blocks if you need to. They are there as a tool. Keep thinking of getting your chin to your shin, so lengthening through your entire spine rather than rounding forward. We're coming to standing splits, so hands plant to the floor, lift your left leg high, let go of the head. Another hamstring stretch. Maybe you'll walk your hands a little closer to your feet. Maybe you'll try to grab a hold of your ankle with one or both hands. If you have a handstand practice, you can take a few handstand hops here. Maybe see if you can get some hang time. We'll take 2 more breaths. And then bend into your right leg. Step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Rise up to a high lunge, high crescent. So you're bending into your right leg. You're balancing on the ball of your back foot. The stance is a little longer than Warrior One, and your back heel stays up. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, open it up. Warrior Two. Right heel in line with left arch. So you're bending into your right leg. Gaze is towards your right middle finger. Make sure your right knee isn't sinking inside of the foot. Track it over to the right. Straighten your right leg. Triangle pose, reach all the way forward and then down. You can rest your hand on a block inside of the leg. You can take a bind with your big toe. Just make sure the shoulders are stacked. The knees aren't locked, so micro bend in the knees. Let's come all the way back up, hands to hips. Turn your right toes so they're parallel to the left. So you're in a wide-legged stance with the toes slightly in. Let's take a deep breath in here. And exhale, fold. So wide-legged forward fold, you can bring your hands to the floor, keep them on the hips. You can grab hold of your big toes or the outsides of your feet, whatever. You can have your hands on blocks. We're gonna be here for a little bit, so whatever feels good, and we're gonna do this 2 times. If you have inversions in your practice, this can be a great place to come into them. I'll show you on the second round. Taking a few more breaths. And then walking it back to the right. Plant the hands. Inhale, step back to plank. Vinyasa or straight to down dog, yogi's choice. And walk your hands to the back of the mat. Feet come together. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your legs, inhale, chair pose. Sitting the hips low, making sure you can see your toes. Biceps are by the ears. If you need to make a wider V with the arms because your shoulders are tight, feel free to do that. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold, walk it back out to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose around your spine. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it all the way through. Drop your right heel down. Inhale, Warrior One. So same thing, other side. Your back heel is down. You're drawing your right hip forward, bending into your left leg. Interlace your hands behind your back or grab your strap or towel. Inhale, open your heart, drag the knuckles down. Exhale, fold, humble warrior. Trying to tuck your shoulder inside of your knee. Come all the way back up to Warrior One. Pyramid pose, so hands to mat or blocks. Hop the back foot in enough for both heels to be flat on the floor. Draw your left hip back and fold over your left leg. Breathing into your hamstring. Remember thinking chin to shin, so long spine. Pressing down through the big toe mounds in your feet. Standing splits, hands to the mat or blocks. Lift your right leg. Let go of the head. Right leg is high here. Walk your hands a little closer to the foot for a deeper stretch. Maybe play around with grabbing hold of the ankles, or again, your handstand practice if you did so on the other side. One more breath. And then step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat, arms up, high lunge. Balancing on the ball of your right foot. Let's open up warrior two. Pivot the back heel down, open your arms. Left heel in line with right arch. Gaze over your left middle finger. Breathing. Straighten your left leg, reach all the way forward, and then down, triangle pose, shoulders stacked, hands to blocks, inside of the ankle, whatever variation you did on the other side. Gazes up towards your right fingers if that's okay on the neck. And then come all the way up, hands to hips, turn your left toes so they're parallel to the right. Second and last set of wide-legged forward fold. So take a deep breath in, open up your heart. Exhale, fold. Again, any variation, so hands to hips, floor, ankles, feet. If you do have a headstand practice, this is a good place for a tripod or any other inversion. If you're gonna do tripod, you're planting your hands down and your head down to the floor. And this takes time to get the hamstrings open enough to be able to do this. What you'll do is you'll roll forward to the tippy toes, and you're trying to press into your hips forward, and then the legs just lift off the floor. It takes time to do this. Keep pressing down through the hands. Wherever you are breathing. If you're in a headstand, try to come out the same way you came in, straddling, and then pressing the hips forward, feet coming down. We'll alternate it to the left, to the front of the mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale, vinyasa, or straight to down dog. Let's drop the knees and take a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees are together or apart, whatever feels good. Let go of the head. Arms can be forward or back with the palms facing up. Make sure you're catching the breath here, so still trying to breathe in and out through the nose if that's available. And then slowly come up. You'll sit to one side and bring your legs forward. So you may want your strap here for this. We're going to bend the left leg and plant the foot to the floor. Try to bring it as close as you can to your left glute. Foot is about a fist width apart from the thigh. So what you'll do, you may need your strap for this, reach the left arm up as high as you can, sit tall, and then reach inside of the left leg. Wrap the arm around the leg, and then you'll either bind with your right fingers or you'll use your strap to hold it here. Just do your best. If this is too much, you'll just bring your knee to a Janu Shirsasana. Wherever you are when you're ready, you'll start to fold forward. Again, thinking chin to shin, so lengthening through the crown of the head. back up, unwinding. So if your knee was open, bring it up. You can stay like this or across the foot over the thigh. Left hand behind you, inhale, right arm, sit tall. Exhale, take a twist. Gazing back towards your left shoulder. Keep your right heel active, so press it away from you. One more breath. And come back through center, gently bow the other way. Come back up to seated, left leg straightens out. Bend your right leg, plant the foot, fist width apart from your heel, from your thigh. And then again, if it's too much, you'll open it up to Janu Shirsasana. Reach the right arm tall, sit very, very long. Reach inside of the right thigh, and then option to bind with or without the strap. Lengthen through the crown of the head. When you're ready, fold chin to shin. And realize that this is a difficult posture. So if you're unable to bind, if you're unable to fold forward very far, that's okay. There is a learning curve. We usually don't just start something and are good at it right away. It takes practice. I've devoted many hours to this practice. And one more breath. And then come back up. Again, if the knee was open, point it up to the sky, option to cross it over. Right hand behind you, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist. Gazing back towards your right shoulder, sitting tall, lifting through the crown of the head. Two more breaths. And come back around through center, gently bow the other way. Sit back up. All right, this is where you're going to grab your two blocks. If you don't have two blocks, you'll roll up the towel, place it across your mat, and lay down with the towel underneath your shoulder blades, arms, and cactus. And then you'll get blocks after this, if you have your blocks. First block, tallest level at the back of the mat. Second block is on the second level. So this block is for the back of your shoulder blades. It's gonna go right underneath your shoulder blades. Tall block is for the back of the head. So you're gonna have to find where it's the right placement for you. I'm gonna bring my legs to Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclining bound angle pose, with the feet together, the knees open in a butterfly shape. But you can do any variation. You can have the legs straight or bent or whatever. Just letting the arms fall open. Close the eyes if that feels right to you. And this is just such a great posture because we spend so much time either sitting at a desk or hunching over looking at a screen or driving. And that really does start to wreak havoc on our body, on our neck, shoulder, back. This is a nice way to just undo it, even it out. Try to return the spine to homeostasis. We'll stay here for a minute. And know that it does start to get uncomfortable for some people after a little while. Try to just breathe through the discomfort. deeper for the last half a minute, you can take the block underneath your head and make it level with the second block. So that's going to deepen this posture a little bit more. You do not have to do that. Do what's right for you. Just a few more breaths here. And then gently you'll remove the blocks from underneath you, however you need to do that. Come all the way down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, rock a little side to side. Head, neck, and shoulders stay down. Straighten the left leg to the floor and interlace your hands on top of your right shin. Hug your right knee into your chest, almost as if it's coming up towards your right armpit. Maybe you'll rock the leg a little side to side. And then bring your right arm out into a T. Cross the right leg over the body with the left hand. Turn your head to the right. Relax your right shoulder into the floor. If this feels super uncomfortable, scoot your hips more to the right to be able to get the leg more to the left. It's more important to relax the shoulder down rather than to try to yank the knee to the floor. Bring your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock a little side to side. And then straighten your right leg to the floor. Interlace your hands on top of your left shin. Hug it in towards your chest, almost up towards your left armpit. Right heel presses away from you. Maybe you'll rock the left leg a little side to side. And then bring your left arm out to a T. Cross the left leg over the body with the right hand. Turn your head to the left. Again, if this is not comfortable, scooch your butt more to the left to get the knee over to the right more. Just a nice gentle twist. Bring your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock side to side one last time. We'll take a happy baby pose. Bottoms of the feet point towards the sky. Grab the outsides of the feet. If you can't reach, you can hold onto the ankles or the thighs. You'll pull the tops of your thighs down towards the floor as you press the tailbone away from you, trying to ground the low back. Even if it's very far away from doing so, that's all right. Head, neck, and shoulders stay down. Maybe you'll rock a little side to side. And then let's come to our final posture, Shavasana. Legs straight out, feet fall open, palms face the sky, the same place that we started. Bring your eyes to close. Let go of all effort here. Allowing yourself to just get heavy and sink into the floor. into deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, inviting small movements back into the body. Slowly turn your head side to side. Reach your arms up overhead, point your toes, take a big good morning stretch. Bend your knees into your chest and roll over to your right side, pausing in fetal pose for a moment, like you're laying comfortably on your right side in bed. Keep the eyes closed and press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, stacking shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Palms meet in prayer at your chest. Gently bow your head to your heart, sealing in the practice with gratitude. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. If you liked this, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.